another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your 5 senses work, health and strength is good. What? And my prayers go to those people who survived the shooting of at the grocery store. Pray for everybody. People in Ukraine, Russia, all over the world. Pray for them. What's up with it? All right. What we talking about today? So the A and Neo want to challenge the Steam Deck, huh? All right. Better bring your A game. Steam Deck ain't scared. You feel me? Anyway, listen to this. Got this article from The Verge here. It says the A and Neo 2 and A and Neo Slide have specs that could challenge the Steam Deck. But you know, Valve is like, you know what? We want all the smoke. Come get some. Let me stop playing here. Look, says here, handheld maker A and Neo is adding the A and Neo 2 and A and Neo Slide to lineup of portable PC gaming device, both of which are set to come with an upgrade Ryzen 7 6800U chip. But Steam Deck is like, you know what? We want all the smoke. Come and get it. We ain't scared over here. Anyway, says here, and a Radeon 680M integrated GPU with RDNA 2 graphics, according to a report from Lil Pudding. The Radeon 680M iGPU is capable of pushing 3.38 teraflops. Them flops, huh? Flop. Alright. Says here, more than double the 1.6 teraflop delivered by the Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck is like, we want all the smoke. Come and get some. Our pricing is right. Can you match our price? Anyway, says here, as pointed out by Tom's Hardware, the Ryzen 7 680 APU accelerated processing port. What? Anyway, it says here, comes with 8 cores and run on faster Zen 3. Alright, plus architecture. It also comes with integrated Radeon 680M iGPU, which has 12 compute units. Cus, for comparison, the Steam Deck has a quad-core AMD APU that runs on the older Zen 2 architecture and iGPU with RDNA 2 graphics and 8 Cus. Judging by these specs, the Neo 2 and Neo Slide could have the potential to outperform the Steam Deck. But we won't know for sure until we see the device in action. But you know, Valve got something to say about that too. That's why we got the Steam Deck 2 coming. Anyway, says here, while both Slide and Neo 2 runs Windows and comes with support for LPDDR5 6400 RAM, says the Neo 2 will also feature PCI 4.0 storage, USB 4.0 ports, as well as fingerprint scanner, in addition to supporting some internal upgrades. The exterior of the device has also been overhauled. The Neo 2 swaps its processor, harder edge for more rounded corners, making it look a lot more like the A and Neo Next device the company released earlier this year. It also has an updated dark light gray color scheme that reminds me of Nintendo Classic Console. Anyway, it says here, the Slide, however, comes with an even more interesting design, as its name implies, sorry about that, the screen slides up to a backlit RGB keyboard, sort of like a large version of the Motorola Droid 4 and other old phones that have the same functionality. It's clear how well this will work but it would be pretty cool to slide your screen and start typing to friends without much interruption to gameplay. Alright, and it says here A&Neo didn't provide release date of the Neo slide. A&Neo didn't provide release date for the Neo Slide or Neo 2, but says they're coming later this year. And while there aren't any pricing details either, the device likely won't be cheap. And that's where the Steam Deck beats them. Says there the A&Neo Pro and A&Neo Next will cost $1,000. Much more than the $399 starting price of the Steam Deck. See, price matters, man. You gotta think about your consumers, man. You feel me? Anyway, it says here, we may see price that hopefully closer to Steam Deck with A&Neo upcoming entry-level Neo Air, but there will obviously be a trade-off when it comes to performance. Well, Valve won all the smoke. See, Valve got you beat on the price. Yeah, they did their homework. Not only that, you know, like they say, they couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. With the Steam Deck, you can run Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. You probably could do it the same with the A&Neo. But where the Steam Deck got the A&Neo is at the price. But of course, power and specs matters. But also, you know, the pricing and pricing is important, and the timing too. So the Steam Deck, of course, the Steam Deck has competition from Nintendo, from 1X Mini Player, GPD WinMax 2, and now the A&Neo. So, but Valve is like, okay, we're ready. Come get some. You know what I'm saying? But A&Neo looks cool, you know. But I think we're based on this picture that I'm looking at, I think the Steam Deck beats the A&Neo because you got the two, you got the D-pad here, you got the buttons here, but the analog sticks are like here and here, and then the D-pad here. So, and plus you got a grip. So the Steam Deck got the A&Neo beating some airs. But of course, A&Neo is coming with some power. Make no mistake about it. But it's gonna come down to the pricing and how available they are, you know, and how it feels in the consumer's hand versus the Steam Deck, and go on from there. But the handheld market is competitive, man. The Steam Deck got competition coming from all corners. they want the A&Neo, 1X Mini Player, GPD WinMax 2, the Switch. They all want the Steam Deck spotlight. So yeah, Valve got their work cut out for them. But the A&Neo right now, based on the specs that it got, it's pretty good. You know, but it's all going to come down to the pricing and the availability. And since we're dealing with a chip shortage, you know, can you get these up? Can you get them out on the market on time? And then it's going to come down to another thing you got to look at is screen size and how big is the screen compared to, you know, how big is the A&Neo screen compared to the Steam Decks, compared to the 1X Mini Player, compared to the GPD WinMax 2, compared to the Switch, stuff like that. You know, other than that, man, the handheld market is just competitive, man. You know, it's really competitive, and you know, the A&Neo got to try to find its footing. You know, they got to find their footing. Of course, on the A&Neo you can run Windows. You can run Game Pass on it. You can run what else? You can run. You probably could run Linux on it too if you could, you know. But the Steam Deck right now got a lot going for it right now, you know. And the question is now, is the A&EO going to be coming out? Another question is the A&EO, is it going to be available to the public, you know, based on the time we're living in, you know, and how many of them can they get out, and yeah. But other than that, man, this little handheld, it looks pretty good, you know. But I just think based on how the buttons are, based on how the buttons are placed on this display that I'm looking at, I think the Steam Deck got it beat, because the Steam Deck has the 2 analogs. It got the D-pad, so it's like you can play. I think the Steam Deck got this beat. For pricing is one, but then it all comes down to how to. But then based on how the button layouts are, I think the Steam Deck got it beat in those 2 areas. You know, and probably got it beat on the RAM too. So yeah. But other than that, man, and this thing looks pretty good. You know, looks pretty good, you know. And the A&EO right now got to find its footing. It's got to find its footing in the market. Because I mean, everybody right now, they know Valve. A lot of people know who Valve is. Valve isn't new to this. They've been making games for years. You know, and plus everybody knows Valve because of Steam. So, and also because of Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, and the game in Portal. People know who Valve is, and that's the A&EO's challenge. You know, and then Valve now is in the handheld market, and the Steam Deck is pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna be competitive, man. And then it's gonna come down to battery life too. You know, the battery life, the pricing. You know, but for the price that the thing about the Steam Deck too, you can swap out the SSDs and put a better one. Yeah. But yeah, so it's lots to think about when it comes to these little portable PCs, man. The Steam Deck, you know, they got a lot of games, man. Not only that, with the A&EO, you can probably run Steam on it too. But then it's gonna come down to the pricing, and yeah. We shall see when this thing comes to the market, or when it comes to the market. But right now, the Steam Deck got the upper hand right now. The Steam Deck has the upper hand. There's plenty of YouTube videos on the Steam Deck right now. Plenty of YouTube videos. Plenty of them. Running different games. You know, you got Gamers Nexus, Linus Tech, and then the Hawks. You know, these guys explain that they know they do videos on the Steam Deck every day, you know, so yeah. The A&EO got an uphill battle, man. You know, so. Steam Deck versus A&EO versus 1X Mini Player versus, yeah. It's competition in the handheld market, but the A&EO right now got to find its footing and its place in this portable handheld market, man. It's got to find its place, because Nintendo already found their footing in their place, right? Because people know Nintendo for years. People know Valve. A&EO, they got to find their footing in their place in this handheld war, right? Yeah. So, oh yeah. But other than that, man, all these handheld, where the Switch cannot compete with the A&EO or the Steam Deck based on the CPU, GPU, and RAM. That's where the Switch fails at. But the Switch, that's known for their games with Mario and Zeldas and all that. But the Neo and the Steam Deck now, you know, I mean, people know who Valve is, so Steam Deck is in a good spot. Neo now got to find their place and their footing, man. So you got Nintendo, you got Valve, and then everybody, the Neo, and then the Steam Deck, and then the 1X Mini Player and the GPD WinMax 2. They're all trying to find their place and their footing in this handheld market versus Nintendo and Valve. Yeah, it's competitive, man. Really competitive. I mean, the Steam Deck is out now. The Switch is already out, and then the 1X, the Neo now is trying to find its place and its footing against the Steam Deck and the Switch. So it's competitive, man, and everybody's battling for like market share and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's competitive, man. So, and then on top of that too, like, okay, with the Neo, okay, what kind of game? I mean, we haven't seen a game running on the hand. I haven't seen a game yet running on this thing. So yeah, it's gonna come down to who. It's gonna come down to like popularity. I would say, you know, I mean popularity, name brand. Because I mean, there's Nintendo. Everybody knows them since the console race. Then there's Valve. Everybody knows Valve from Steam, from Left 4 Dead, from Half-Life, from Portal. Everybody knows Valve, right? Everybody knows Valve and everybody knows Nintendo. And Neo now is fighting to be known. And then the 1X Mini Player, they're all fighting to be in the positions where Nintendo and Valve is at. So yeah, man, it's competitive, man, but yeah. But I mean, based on the specs it's pushing, it's pretty good. But right now, the Switch costs what? Like what three? The Switch like what 300? The Steam Deck costs about Switch, but you're getting a whole lot with the Steam Deck. You know, and, the 1X, the Neo now, the 1X Mini Player now, they got to compete. They got to compete with the pricing of the Steam Deck and the Switch. So the Switch price is like what, $299? The Steam Deck is like between $399 and $399, $499 and $5. So you come out now with the Neo and you're placing it at 1,000. You're at a loss now. So yeah, and that's the battle you're facing right now. You know, the Steam Deck right now, man, is in a good spot. The Switch is in a good spot, but the Switch needs some power behind it. But the Neo right now, and the 1X Mini Player and the GPD WinMax 2, they're trying to find their footing in this market, trying to compete against Valve and Nintendo right now. That's what it's gonna come down to. Anyway, man, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy with the article. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing for Dark Side.